Rebecca, you look ready to go. So let's go ahead and unleash you. Cancer nutrition therapist Rebecca Baudouin is going to demonstrate a couple of easy plant-based lunch ideas for us. So she won't be able to see the screen since she'll be actively working, but if you have any questions you want me to shout out at her during or after the presentation, I will be happy to pass those along. So let's go ahead and turn things over to Rebecca on this lunch hour. Thank you for being here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm kind of far away from my laptop, so if I feel like I'm shouting at you, sorry. I just want to make sure that everything's getting heard okay. So my name is Rebecca Baudouin, and I'm a dietitian in outpatient oncology, and I do work a lot with survivorship. So I get to do some fun things with food and be creative, and one of these days, maybe we'll be doing it in person too. So that would be fabulous. So one thing that people ask me a lot is like, what should I eat? Or, what resource do I turn to? We talked a lot today about trusted resources. And one that I really like for nutrition is the American Institute of Cancer Research, or the AICR. Their website is aicr.org. And they just have a nice website when it comes to nutrition guidelines. And kind of what they do is they read all that information out there, and then they whittle it down to some guidelines that you and I can understand. And I really like it. There's 10, which I know sounds like a lot of guidelines, but you know what? It's okay to start with one. It is okay to do small changes, to do small steps towards better health, because if we're taking those small steps, it's still in the right direction, right? So I always tell my people, don't judge what you're doing to be better. It's okay to start with small things. So today, instead of trying to go through all 10 guidelines, we're going to go through one, and we're going to start with a diet rich in fruits, veggies, whole grains, and beans has been shown to have a big role in cancer prevention and a general healthy life and a general feeling better. So plant-based, that's a really hot term out there right now. You hear it everything, plant-based meats, plant-based meals. It's very popular right now. So I kind of wanted to break that down a little bit because I use the term a lot too. And basically, does it have to mean vegetarian or vegan? No. What I like to say is it's increasing the plants that we're eating, whether that's fruits and veggies or whole grains or beans or nuts, but trying to look down at my plate, and is most of my plate plant-based? So plant-based diets are higher in fiber. It's going to help keep us full. It's been shown to be protective with cancer. They're higher in nutrients. They're higher in protective phytochemicals. And they're beautiful and colorful and fresh, and we get to eat local if we want. So I really love plant-based diets. Also trying to eat whole grains versus processed grains. We're going to get, again, more nutrients, more fiber, more of those phytochemicals. So we have a couple goals. With fruits and veggies, I try to shoot for 3.5 to 5 cups a day. But I always talk with people like, okay, where are you at right now? If you're eating 1 veggie a week, okay, that's a great place to start. So maybe we set our goal at like 1 fruit a day or 1 veggie a day, or maybe you're a little past that, and we might talk about 1 fruit or veggie every meal. So just kind of stepping again that way, trying to get more fruits and veggies, more plants, more of these things that are going to help us feel better into our diet in small ways. Those small changes, I know they take patience, and I know we want things like overnight, but the small changes really are the ones that seem to stick, and they really add on to each other. So be patient, accept where you're at, and just make small changes. But we're going to have a little fun along the way. So sometimes I take it a step further with my patients. If they're already doing a good job with fruits and veggies, we might set a new goal of, okay, how about a plant-based meal? I might use the term Meatless Monday, or what I'm finding is that lunch tends to be like a good place to start with doing a plant-based meal. We might have picky eaters at home that would point their eyebrows up when you said we're gonna eat plant-based tonight. Lunch, we tend to pack for ourselves, or we're eating it at work, or if we work from home, we might be by ourselves and everybody else is out of the house. So lunch is kind of that meal that I like to dip my toe into plant-based. So let's get to it. We're gonna do a couple quick and easy ones today. And this first one doesn't even really need a recipe. We're gonna do a hummus and veggie stuffed pita. I find this one is pretty kid friendly too. If you've got grandkiddos or kiddos that are around the house, they like the thought of eating something from a pocket, and they like to stuff it, and they like to choose what they're gonna stuff it with. So I have a whole wheat pita here, and I cut it in half. You can kind of just open it up. And I let these dry out a little bit because I set up early, so hopefully I can get them still stuffed. So you take your whole wheat pita, or if you can't find pita, sometimes they're hard to find at home, like, or in a store. Using a whole grain tortilla works just fine, and you can roll it up and make a wrap instead of a pita. I just thought this was kind of fun and kind of different. So I've got some hummus here. If you've never had hummus, it is basically ground up chickpeas. So again, that plant-based protein, and maybe some olive oil, garlic, lemon juice, a bunch of different spices. There's so many good ones actually in the grocery stores, or you can make it yourselves. But there's like lots of different flavors too. So mix it up. Maybe you choose a different one every time. A lot of kids like the pizza flavored one. My favorite is roasted pine nut. It is so good. This is a plain. This happens to be my son's favorite, and it comes in fun little cups, so it's easy to pack into a lunch, or I feel like I'm not wasting as much because I'm only using what I need. So I'm just gonna put it in this pita. And hummus can kind of be like a binder. So if you are doing a wrap, or if you're doing one of these things to help things stick, instead of using like dressing or mayonnaise or butter, we're gonna use a more healthy fat to be like our glue or our binder. Or if I'm doing like fun with food things with kids, I will use hummus as like a glue, and they can stick little eyes or whatever on their sandwich. So I've got pretty good thickness in here of hummus. And then I'm gonna stuff it with like a lettuce, or if you have kale at home, or spinach, or I honestly cheated, and this is from one of those like salad blend bags that you buy. I love those things. There's like 10 different flavors. I use, a few different ones every week. So I just stole from there, so no prep. And we're just gonna shove some in here. And this is live, so if I spill or, spill on myself, we're just gonna have to go with it. So it's all right. So I've got some lettuce in there, and then picking like whatever veggies that you have. I've got some shredded carrots, or I love like little cucumber slices. They add like a nice crunch in there. And really that's it. Now, say you're going through active treatment and maybe raw veggies are not your